Hello, my name is Desmond Ovbiagele. I'm the writer, producer, and director of a film called The Milkmaid. The Milkmaid is a drama that follows the story of two sisters, two Fulani milkmaids in a rural part of sub-Saharan Africa. And basically, they're living their lives in a village. The younger sister, whose name is Zainab, is getting married, and in the middle of the wedding reception, extremists strike and abduct her along with her elder sister Aisha and other captives from the village, and they're taken to the camp of the insurgents, where they undergo a process of indoctrination and brainwashing, and basically an introduction to a form of life that they're not accustomed to. So the film follows their story, their experiences, and the outcome of their characters. Well, The Milkmaid speaks to what's going on in various African countries at the moment, and I, as a filmmaker, I felt that I had a responsibility to try to contribute to the discourse in terms of extremism and insurgency, and hopefully represent a voice to speak for those who typically are not able to speak for themselves, either because they've been eliminated, neutralized, killed, if you like, or they happen to be languishing in some internally displaced persons camp in some country somewhere, without access to the media. So people don't actually know what they're going through. So as a filmmaker, through the medium of film, I have and we have a platform to give a voice to those who can't speak for themselves. Well, having The Milkmaid selected to represent Nigeria at the Oscars obviously is a huge honor. It's a huge responsibility. So it's not a time for us to be patting ourselves on the back and congratulating ourselves. We are very grateful to the Nigerian Official Selection Committee for selecting our film out of a number of other worthy films. But the journey starts here for us. We'd like to fly the flag of Nigeria as high as possible internationally, and that means channeling resources into a high-impact publicity and lobbying campaign among the key stakeholders involved in the voting process to try and ensure that the film can progress beyond the preliminary stage as far as possible, within the Oscar competition. Well, preparing to shoot The Milkmaid was challenging, was rigorous. We were not shooting, I'm based in Lagos, we weren't shooting The Milkmaid in the southern part of the country. We actually went to the northeast itself, which is actually the theater of conflict, to actually shoot it. But we thought, visually, the film needed to be authentic in terms of the setting of the story. And we also shot the film in the Hausa language with some elements of Fulfulde and Arabic, which again was another challenge because then I don't speak any of those languages, but yet we needed to render the story authentically in those languages. So that was challenging in terms of shooting this film and communicating with the cast, to interpret their roles in a language which I don't speak directly, and needing to translate the script from English to those languages. So that was a process that obviously takes longer than the normal film would if we're shooting in English. Well, it took a while. It took a while because after we shot for 3 months in Taraba State, and after that we entered into post-production. And post-production is it can be anywhere from 3 months to 3 years, really. So it all depends on when you feel the film is ready to be received by the public, and that took us some time, but eventually we got there, and yeah. Well, I think it would be disingenuous for me to say I wasn't aware of the Oscars, of the Oscar competition and the requirements of the competition being needing the film to be in a foreign language. So certainly we shot the film with the aim of positioning ourselves to be eligible. That's the best you can do. The decision is left to others in terms of whether they're selected. But certainly we wanted to make ourselves eligible for as many competitions, as many contests as we could, because we wanted to give our film and the story that platform for the world to digest what's going on in our environment. Well, clearly I'm gratified, I'm humbled, I'm very appreciative. It's not automatic that even if you do put in your best efforts to anything that you're going to get these sort of rewards. So I'm very happy on behalf of my cast and crew, all of who did a fantastic job, a heroic job, a self-sacrificial job in terms of putting in their body and soul into this production to try and tell this story about what's going on in our continent.
Mu kuma za mu koya miki yanda ya kamata har ki ce da mu kin gode. Na yanke shawarin zan aurar da wannan matan. Ba za ki bi umarni na ba. Daga mi ita daga nan.
Idan ta mutu ma, haka Allah ya so.
Well, I wouldn't say, being selected this year, that's the Milkmaid being selected this year, given what happened last year. I think it's an extra special opportunity for the country, really, given all the publicity that transpired, with the disqualification last year. So Nigeria has another shot to show the world what the filmmaking industry is capable of doing, and we can only hope that the world receives our submission favorably.
Ta fita nema kamar kullum.
Muna iya bin hanyar zama shahidai.
Well, I mean, the challenge is one of the most typical challenges of filmmaking is raising financing, and that's certainly one of the most difficult things to overcome. I think I was probably fortunate that in my 2 projects I was able to surmount those challenges, but that remains a process that is a challenge for filmmakers all over the world, really. And we continue to look for ways in which those challenges can be ameliorated to a certain extent to make it easier for filmmakers to raise financing for their projects. Well, I probably needed 2 years to recover from the experience. And then after that, to now decide what sort of film I wanted to shoot next, I need to be highly motivated by the story and by the concept of a film. And I don't find stories easy to come by that will motivate me to, 1, to write the script, and then 2, to start to marshal resources together to realize in the production. So I needed some time to look around me and decide, okay, what needed to be the next form of personal expression. And I guess it turned out to be the Milkmaid 6 years later. Hopefully it won't take another 6 years for me to do that.
Menene kike so?
Na neman yar uwata.
Menene zaki bada?
Mu kuma za mu koya miki yanda ya kamata har ki ce da mu kin gode. Na yanke shawarin zan aurar da wannan matan. Ba za ki bi umarni na ba. Daga mi ita daga nan.
Mu koma yadda muke da.
Ba za mu iya ba. Babu ma wanda zai iya.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel GoldmyneTV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.